beautiful Sagittarians, welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with a little bonus reading. I've already cleansed your space and have meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about to pretend to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings. I do not take your money, e-gifts, donations. I'm not on Facebook, WhatsApp, PayPal, Telegram, or Patreon. I will never ask you for your credit card details. I will never ask for personal details. And I will also never give you a cell phone number to call. So if anyone masquerading as me asks you for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful there's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Sagittarians, this is a little bonus reading for what your guides want you to know, the message they are trying to get to you. And I'm going to get all of your cards first before I connect to an outcome. Now, just to let you know, there are currently 6 planets in retrograde, which can mean you will feel a little bit like you're taking 2 steps forward and 4 steps back in life. Whilst that may feel a little bit frustrating, sometimes this time period is actually a very positive one to give us a moment to breathe, to really think, stop, and contemplate the next move in life, okay? So sometimes when you want to go faster and the universe is kind of pushing you to slow down a bit, there's always purpose in patience, okay? It may give you an opportunity to re-examine your priorities or find an easier way to do something that you're trying to do. The universe gives you this energy for the right reasons, okay? Now, also, in particular, you are going to be influenced by your 11th and your 5th house. The 11th house is all about your wishes, your dreams, your hopes, and the 5th house is all about the pursuit of pleasure. So that is a very potent mix to enjoy yourself, but also manifest whatever it is you're trying to accomplish, okay? Now, this time period, you may feel a little bit more dreamy than usual because, of course, we've got that energy from Pisces. Even though we're still in Virgo season and we're getting ready for Libra season, you will feel a little bit pushed and pulled in different directions, okay? But I can see already from your chart, you've got major questions about your direction, okay? Now, that comes from that Virgo influence that we've all been going through because, of course, Virgo season asks us to get really clear, to be a little bit more productive, organized, so that we can put one foot in front of the other and move closer to our goals, but also to become the best version of ourselves. So you may have felt a little bit more focused on diet or exercise routine, but also about getting clear on what you want, okay, and moving forward. Now I'm just going to go and get all of your cards first before I connect to an outcome. We got the Judgment card twice, so I'm definitely picking up on this energy of you really focusing on direction, but also building a new life. Some of you may feel there needs to be radical change and you're making some self-evaluation sort of moments, shall we say, where you're thinking about what it is you're trying to attract. So you're really getting clear. They actually want me to go one more, so I will. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. We've got, yeah, there we go, Queen of Swords. I definitely felt that energy of you getting clear, getting organized, okay? Now, I will pull the rest of the cards in a moment. The first card we got here is the one who guides. New path, guide, renewal. So that's very interesting because I feel like it's a choice. So that's like new path. Which are you being guided to? Either something new or to renew your energy. If you felt unmotivated or lack of energy recently, you're going to find that energy to accomplish the things that you set out to do. You're also going to feel a little bit more focused than usual as we move throughout the month. But your guides are actually whispering at you, trying to make you aware of some of the things that you need to release from your life and embrace a new path. Also, being a fire element, my beautiful Sagittarians, you're typically and normally a little bit more spontaneous than perhaps you've been recently. Because there's something here, 5 of Cups, there's a sense of being unfulfilled, but also a sense of feeling left out in the cold. Okay, that Five of Cups is like you feel you've been going through some difficulties, or you've made a lot of sacrifices that you feel have not been worth it at this moment, and you feel a little bit disappointed in the way things have been going. But you're having some sort of shakeup going on in your life. So for example, if you've been feeling a little bit unfulfilled in life, and normally you've been very passionate, you find the interesting things in life to gravitate towards, but right now you're feeling like you're in this humdrum routine energy. It's almost like your wings have been clipped. Okay, and that has been a reoccurring theme for you, my beautiful Sagittarians, over the last 4 to 5 months is what I've been picking up. But now I feel like you're definitely restructuring things to get back out there and enjoy life again. Okay, so I feel, there's an element there that bird is really calling me. It's like they're showing me birds are important. It's so weird. They're showing me an image in the water, and I don't really know what it means right now. So I'm going to just tell you what I'm seeing. I'm scrying in the water at the same time as doing your reading. I'm actually seeing 3 little cartoon or animation, let's put it that way, or animation birds sort of singing. It seems like this is so random. This is like a trip, okay? I just feel like this is a really weird trip of what I'm seeing here. So it's all, you may know what this is, but it's 3 animated birds singing a tune at a pig in a tree. Okay, I don't know what that means. Now, normally I do not get messages like that, or I don't get images like that. So if it becomes clear, let me see, birds and pigs. Perhaps some of you are thinking about becoming a little bit more rural, that you're thinking about going to live on a farm or live off the land, or perhaps, these 3 birds are singing at a pig. So I don't really know what that means. Okay, it may be actually an animated cartoon or something like that I'm not aware of. At the moment it's silent. I'm not hearing the tune that they're singing or anything like that. So I'm going to have to leave that image there. It's very precise and I really don't know what it means. I will always be honest and say, Sag, I got no idea what this means. Okay, I'm not going to make it up and say, oh yeah, I think the birds mean this and I think the pig means this. If I can't get it, I will be honest with you. Okay, so right now I'm going to have to leave that there. Some of you, I feel you'll know what I'm talking about. But others maybe like, Baba, you've lost the plot. Okay, but anyway, if it comes up again with some sound or something like that, maybe I can decode it. But anyway, I'm going to move on to the cards. So there's definitely, this is your protagonist energy. You know something needs to change and you're trying to open yourself up to more possibilities in order to meet new people, new situations, and really sort of like move towards I actually see you attracting a lot of abundance and a lot of success. We got the Wheel of Fortune here. I've also got like the Two of Cups, which means you're attracting something that matches your vibration, something you've been manifesting. But most importantly, you've got the Queen of Swords, which means you're creating very healthy boundaries, but also you have clarity of purpose. You've set an intention and you're aligning yourself with that and you're going to accomplish it. Okay, Queen of Swords is very direct. You're being really honest with yourself and saying, I want this and I want that in my future and I'm going to go after it. The Queen of Swords turns their back to the past. And because we got the Judgment card here, this is about weighing up your options. And it's almost like I see a little bit of return energy. We got a Six of Cups here. Now, it doesn't mean you're going to return to an ex or it can mean that because we certainly have Mercury in retrograde, that's one of the planets that are in retrograde right now. It can bring people from the past, friends that you lost touch with, perhaps invitations to reunions and things like that. But what I'm feeling here is some sort of hobby or something that you used to do, that you used to enjoy, that you don't do anymore. I feel like you're trying to come back to your center, trying to rediscover yourself, rediscover your passion. Now, it can mean that, because right now I'm seeing someone underneath a tree reading. So it could be that you want to get back to nature, but you also want to get back to reading. They're just giving me this energy of you trying to rediscover yourself, but also center yourself. Okay, so that may be something that you're focused on in the next couple of weeks. I definitely, because you got Wheel of Fortune there and the Magician, and your 11th house of hopes and wishes are starred, I would do some strong meditation or sort of manifestation rituals. Okay, even if it's 10 minutes a day, really focus on visualizing something you want, because that is a potent mix for you actually accomplishing whatever it is you set out to do, or having whatever is in your mind in your hand. So be be reminded that you've got very strong mental prowess during this time period, and that you're attracting everything you desire, okay? But there's a renewal of energy and a new path opening up to you. Things that have been frozen or cut off to you are suddenly being thawed out and being revealed. So if, for example, you've been trying to move ahead in your career, or you're looking for a new job and you found that the doors have been shut, or you found like you're not really getting into the inner circle, or you've hit a glass ceiling in some area of your life and you want to smash through that, you're getting an opportunity to smash right through that, okay? We've got the Judgment card, which tends to connect to our calling. So the Protagonist energy, you're really asking yourself, what is my purpose? Okay, you're really examining who you are, what you feel like is right for you, where you feel like you fit in, how you're making your mark on the world. But this is also a revelation card, where you're suddenly having an epiphany, where you realize things that have been holding you back, and you're moving forward with things that are right for you. You're releasing things that hinder you. For example, could be, if you tend to reach for quick fixes in diet or exercise routines, or people, for example, you may be leaving those things behind to find something that's a little bit more balanced, a little bit more healthy for you, whether that's relationships, whether that's friendships, or love, or work situations. I feel like you're finding that level of balance and attracting the right situations that resonate with your heart. The Judgment card is also a card of second chances. So if you feel like you lost out on something, the Five of Cups, for example, if you were going for a job opportunity, there's definitely Ace of Pentacles here, indicates that after a period of waiting, there is something being offered to you. So if you lost out on an opportunity to sort of get a raise or a promotion or elevate in your career, or you lost out on, perhaps you have sort of disconnected from a relationship in the past, and you feel like love is not dorned your door, as it were, I feel like you're going to be attracting these things at this time. The Five of Cups followed by the Six of Cups as an outcome indicates you get a second. Now, that was clear as day, my beautiful Sagittarians. My guides, I got pure chills. I got a big old knock right here. And I even felt it. Maybe the camera shook a little bit. I don't know, but I'm sure you heard it. I hope the camera caught it. My guides literally just knocked here on the on my altar. Okay, so that indicates that whatever it is you felt like you lost out on, it is coming back around. Okay, so whether it is, for example, if you and a person fell out, you're getting an opportunity to heal that situation. Or if you lost out on a job opportunity, or you felt like there's something that is your calling, but you could not connect to it at that time, or there's been a bit of a pause. Perhaps some of you have taken some time out to become a parent, and you're getting back into work. There's definitely an energy of you revisiting something that is really healthy for you. Actually, this time round it's better. This time round there's more powerful positivity and opportunity around you. You got the Judgment card twice in this position, so you're really thinking about direction. Okay, what is my purpose? Also, this is a card of true purpose and true prosperity, and that you being your wonderful authentic self indicates you're attracting a lot of potential towards you. It's almost like you're searching for meaning, and the blueprint of your life is becoming very clear in terms of an epiphany. Okay, so this is about you having an authentic relationship with yourself, and all else follows from there. Okay, so you're really setting intentions and saying, you know what, universe, thank you so much. I'm so grateful for everything that I have and that you've given me. Thank you, but I would also love this. This would be amazing. And the universe is like, right, coming on up, because you've given a healthy dose of gratitude, and you're asking the bigger questions. What if I push the boundaries and realize that I deserve more? Because remember, it came up in a reading a couple of weeks ago. My guides gave me this sentence, and it just blew my mind, and it's very profound. Most of the time we deserve a lot more than we ask for, or more than we expect or want even. Okay, the way that they gave it to me is we deserve a lot more than we want. Okay, so it's a very prominent thing that's been in the forefront of my mind ever since, and I feel like You deserve a lot more than perhaps you've been receiving right now. Now, the Judgment card is an awakening, a sudden realization that if you're not on the right path, then you're getting clear about what you want and you're moving forward towards your destiny, okay? If you've had any self-doubt or you felt blockages or stagnation, you're determined to get over those things and move forward. Sagittarian energy doesn't like to stay still for very long. You like to be on the move. That's why that feeling of, you know, having your wings clipped makes you feel very frustrated. With the Five of Chalices, this is a very interesting card because it's like you may feel like there's a lot of shortages going on around you right now. You may also feel disappointed in the way things have been going and you feel a little bit unfulfilled. Some of you may have felt a little bit left out in the cold when it comes to love, a loving relationship. If you're looking for love, the Two of Cups is showing up for you, so definitely there is love being magnetized towards you. But your guides want you to start from a position of knowing that you are lovable and knowing that you deserve the best. Not in an egotistical way, but in an empowerment way, okay? Also, the Five of Cups is a very important card of letting go of regrets. Okay, and I'm talking about those moments where we feel like, oh, you know what, I should have said that, or I should have done that. If you are, you know, wonderfully, how can I put that? If you've had an opportunity in life where you don't regret anything, I mean, that's awesome. But sometimes we all have that moment of regret, the things that we should have gone, the things that we shouldn't have done or said, and things like that. So I feel like you're releasing all of that and you're reaching for a new life. Now, in the Resistance position, it's really interesting, the one who hopes. And we've got here love, hope, relationships. So it's in the Resistance position. So I feel like some of you, if you're looking for love, you may have felt like love is not, as I said, you know, there's a little frog there. You may have felt like you kissed a lot of frogs and you haven't quite met the one. For some of you, you've already met the one. And I feel like you and this person, how can I put this? You actually reinstate or reaffirm your love for your person. But for those who are looking for love, there's definitely one coming on in. But we've got this energy, my beautiful Sagittarians. You tend to be very, very hopeful and optimistic for other people. You're always the sort of person who helps people along their path. You try to show them another route or another way of thinking so that they always think the best. Your guides want you to apply that to your own situation. You know, I mean, we're all the same, my beautiful Sagittarians. Sometimes we do not take our own advice. You know, we can give it, we can dish it, but sometimes when it comes to our own personal situation, we don't really listen to ourselves, okay? Now, they're showing me this little animated thing again, but this time I'm getting a song. Okay. I don't know how it's connected, but don't worry about a thing, because every little thing is going to be all right. Now, I nearly sang that because I know that song and I love that song. That's Bob Marley, of course, but it sounds like it's perhaps been tweaked, you know, mixed with somebody else or something like that. But they also show me these three birds and a little pig in a tree. So I'm not really sure what that means. Okay, so obviously the song is don't worry. Well, don't worry about a thing. I mean, that's a major message in itself. But this is, whenever I get a song, it tends to mean that it's something for you to listen out for, which means that there is something you've been wishing for, something you've been waiting for. We got Two of Wands here. Something you've been anticipating is going to be showing up for you. Something you thought you lost out on is being resent to you. So whether it's love, whether it's a career opportunity, because we have an Ace of Pentacles here, or whether it is, if you felt like you lost money or you overspent, for example, I feel like you're getting an opportunity to rebuild. Okay, my guides literally just said, face the music, face the music. Maybe it's about not worrying, everything's okay, you know, everything's going to be all right. Your guides are protecting you. So if you've been worried about something, I'm going to pull a card on that and see what that's all about. I'm also going to see if I can, like, you know, check a search engine and see what three birds and a pig comes up with. I mean, it's probably not going to be anything, but anyway, let's see. But love, hope, and relationships. So definitely a period where relationships flourish. Doesn't have to be romantic relationships, can be friendships. But as you can see, this figure here, I feel there's wishes being granted. We got the High Priestess here as well. You are very, very psychic. You've actually got a lot of intuitive gifts that sometimes you mistrust or you don't believe. Okay, you've got a lot of wisdom. I always say this, Sag, you know, the root word of Sagittarius is sage, wise sage. You came to this lifetime with a deep knowingness, but sometimes you doubt yourself. Also, there's something here that I feel like you're keeping to yourself. Now, either this could be a secret sadness, okay, that you've been keeping to yourself, and you're like, you know what, I can't keep it to myself anymore. I just want to speak my truth. I just want to let it out. So if there's something that's been worrying you or upsetting you, or you feel, you know, you've been sacrificing a lot in your world with all responsibilities or friends or family or even at work, and you feel like, you know what, I keep picking up everybody else's mess, or I'm always the person who has to be feeling responsible for all these situations, and I just feel unappreciated right now. I feel like you get a chance to express that, okay? I'm going to pull a card on that energy, because the High Priestess in this position is all about repression. Can also be about mistrust or secrets, or feeling a sense of loss, feeling a sense of, you know, something that you feel like you lost out on. It doesn't have to be love. It can be career. It can be friendship. It could be finances. Something you lost, though, will be refound. They're just showing me it's coming back around, and don't worry about it. I mean, some of you may be, for example, trying to buy a home or a property or a car or something, and you may be like, you know what, the one I wanted, I lost out on it, and an opportunity resurfaces. Page of Cups in the reverse, and 10 of Cups in the reverse. So these two cards are indicating some sort of separation or, you know, immature energy that perhaps you've been dealing with. When you get these two cards, you could also be going through some family issues right now that have been causing a lot of tension, and you just wish things were better. You wish people would speak their mind and say what they meant rather than, you know, passive aggressive kind of like comments and things like that. I definitely see it being resolved. But you may have had a lot of pressure on your shoulders recently, especially since we had that Leo into Virgo energy, 2 very pressurized months because of the planetary alignments. As we move into Libra energy, things become a little bit calmer, a little bit balanced, a little bit more harmonious, okay? So, but they keep indicating something that you felt like you lost out on is going to be regained. The 10 of Cups in the reverse feels like your peace. It's almost like sometimes you feel like your peace has been robbed, or you feel there's someone here that perhaps has been really childish about something, and it's just really petty, and it's just making things feel like you're out of sync, okay? I mean, some of you maybe also have gone through a separation or a divorce or something like that, and you're sort of feeling a little bit, they'll give me a word, discombobulated. They've given me that word before for another reading. So that means to be off your center. I had to look it up. So what a wonderful word, though. So it just feels a little bit chaotic, okay? They're indicating with these two cards in this position, the Ace of Pentacles and the 2 of Wands, it's almost like something you planned for or something you were thinking about hasn't shown up or is delayed. There's been problems. The 2 of Wands, but basically this is the resistance position, so it's like I got it in the reverse, but in the next 4 to 5 weeks this turns into the upright, okay? The energy gets shifted. This is the thing that you need to work through. This is anything that we feel is against us right now. So now this could be financial worries, because we also have an Ace of Pentacles there. You may feel like perhaps you overspent last month, or you've been stressing about finances. I mean, collectively, we got to be honest. We got to look at the world right now. Everything's inflation, right? Everything seems to be like inflating apart from wages. So you may feel a little bit worried about those things. And I mean, who wouldn't? We're all like looking at every day what's going on around us and going, okay, we got to be realistic about tightening the purse strings a little bit, you know, and trying to find our way, or trying to find an alternative route to make ourselves be in a secure position. And I feel like you are in that stage where you're creatively planning, and you are going to turn, I mean, that song was Don't Worry About a Thing, Everything's Going to Be All Right. But I feel you're actually being very clever about your circumstances and putting yourself in a really good position. Something you've been manifesting is going to show up for you, okay? The Two of Wands indicates you are making progress, but this is also a card of planning for the future, okay? It is about you being very ambitious, envisaging something new. Okay, but you've already started to make progress, and you may not feel like it because you may feel a little bit stagnant, especially since we've got 6 planets in retrograde, but things are going to get moving in the right direction. The Two of Wands indicates that you will feel the universe aligning yourself with not only your heart, but they're going to bring you what you need. I feel passion will attract a perfect situation for you, okay? The Two of Wands is all about planning, design, expectation, an appetite, a yearning. Now, whenever we have a yearning or a manifestation, that's when we are attracting. So I feel like you can see the potential, you can see the possibility, you can even feel that things are shifting, and you're trying to remain positive. Even though you tend to be very positive for other people, there's a little bit of worry simmering there for you. Now we've got an Ace of Pentacles here. It's in the resistance position. So again, you may feel like abundance is not showing up for you. You may feel that financially, you may be worried about going into debt or stressing about money. I mean, some of you may be, you know, you may be financially okay or well off, but you may be really protecting your finances, shifting things around to make sure that your finances are secure because you're being very savvy with what's going on in the world at the moment. So you may be looking at institutions, for example, of where to put your money, where you feel it's safe, making sure it's not affiliated with another institution should there be a crash. You know, I feel like you're being really clever because the Queen of Swords is showing up for you, which means you are someone who is very intelligent. You've got very high IQ. Not only are you clever, but also you're intuitive. You've got the Moon card there. So you are getting a hunch to take action on something. So I feel like you're being really, you know, you're attracting everything you need. Now, sorry, they just showed me something. One moment, please. They showed me a golden butterfly. A golden butterfly. But this is, it almost looks like literally a golden butterfly. Like something that's made of gold rather than a golden butterfly fluttering around. So it could be like a trinket, or, you know, a pendant that's put on a necklace or a brooch or something like that. Or you could see this, for example, you could be on the subway and see someone wearing a necklace that's got a golden butterfly. Wherever you see a golden butterfly, my beautiful Sagittarians, know that there is change for the better. Okay, and that song is also a message for you as well. I mean, you may see and hear the things at the same time. They may not mean anything to you in this moment, but okay? They just said wolf from the door, wolf from the door. Now, whenever you, I mean, there's a very old saying about keeping the wolf from the door. Now, the wolf can be like, you know, negative experiences. It can also be, some people describe depression as the wolf from the door. So it can mean that you are preventing this, because to keep the wolf from the door means you are protected. So they just want you to be aware of that, okay? Now, the Ace of Pentacles will be in the upright position by the end of 4 to 5 weeks, which means if you're looking for a job opportunity, there's one coming on in here for you. If you're looking for a new path or a new sector to follow, there's definitely one showing up for you. The Ace of Pentacles is also about an opportunity being gifted by the universe. It can be the start of something, start of good fortune, start of success. So even if you're not looking for a new path, you may be looking for a way to find an alternative way to enjoy what you do, to bring a sense of fulfillment to your current situation, and it's showing up for you. Ace of Pentacles normally means acquiring more wealth, or realizing that actually something you've already started is going to be financially very successful. Ace of Pentacles tends to, as I said, mean you know, success, being on the right path, and things being golden. Okay, so that is what's showing up for you. Now, the outcome position, we got the one who battles, justice, fierce, and commitment. Now, you're the sort of person, you don't give up. You're unstoppable in your energy, especially if you've got focus, and that's what you've got with the Magician card. Whatever it is you feel like you've been battling away at, I don't feel like you've been fighting for it per se, but I feel like you've been having a difficult time perhaps, and I feel like you will get justice for all the effort that you've put in. Now, some of you, I feel, for example, if you've got a certain goal you want to get from A to Z, and you want to go the most efficient straight line, you want to go that way, you may find that you have to find an alternative route. So for example, you may have to go from A to B and then to Z. So there may be some sort of side step or a stepping stone. Okay, but what you are going to realize is something comes back around that's really good for you. Six of Cups tends to mean a gift from the universe as well, but it's like a return energy, an offer from the universe, a message like good news headed your way. But it's something that already you've been battling for. And as you can see, this figure, she is protected. She has got loads of swords and spears around her. She is protected she's going to get justice, and you are pretty fierce in your energy. You don't like to be fierce, okay, but you've got a lot of strength within you, and I feel like there's a resolution to something that perhaps you felt has been unfair for a while. Again, I keep getting this energy of something you've lost, you will regain. So whether it's energy or whether you lost finances, I feel like it's coming back around again for you. We've got the Wheel of Fortune, which means turning, things are turning in your favor. It's a cycle, but it's also a cycle of change, and destiny is favoring you at this time by bringing you some good karma. There's going to be a lot of random moments in the next 4 to 5 weeks for you. Luck is on your side, but you're going to see like meaningful coincidences. You're going to see 444 is something they're showing me in the water right now. 444. They keep just showing me this golden butterfly. It's like metal, and there's all these like lights. It's almost like the sun is shining out of this golden butterfly. It's like a rebirth or rejuvenation of energy, of light. You're becoming, you're spreading your wings, and the Wheel of Fortune is favoring this. Okay, by the next full moon, I feel like some really good news headed your way, and the Wheel of Fortune indicates a lucky break. Perhaps you feel like you're taking a risk by starting something new, or you're taking a new route or a new path, or just changing the way you think about a situation and trying to be more positive to challenging situations, and it works out in your favor. Okay, so they're just asking me to look at this card a little bit closer. Now they're actually showing me an airplane. I'm not sure if they showed me an airplane for your one of your readings before, but they're showing me someone in an airplane looking down at, what are those lines called? Is it ley lines in the ground? Just loads of lines on the ground. So this could be, I mean, some of you may be traveling, some of you may be relocating, or maybe just going on a vacation, and you can see, it's almost like I'm seeing lines in the desert. So it could be that the desert represents, things in stagnant energy, not much growth, things are not really happening, and the lines represent routes, alternative routes to find your way in a situation, opportunities or something like that. The desert is dry, not many things grow there. So it could be even when there's no opportunity, or you feel like things are just completely desolate and nothing's happening, all of a sudden a route appears, or an opportunity appears, or a solution appears. Because I feel like this is about elevating, having a bird's eye view of your life, and being able to spread your wings onto something that is like a really positive outcome. I don't know how else to describe it. I gotta be honest. We got the Magician card, which is about focus, but it's also about how talented you are. You're really good at what you do, and you have a lot of capabilities. You've got many talents, you've got many gifts, and I feel some of you will be revisiting those gifts. Now, you could be a very creative person. You could be setting up a second stream of income. We got the Two of Wands here, which is a card of duality. So some of you could be very, very flexible and find an alternative financial resource by using your gifts. Some of you may use your voice. Your voice is very important. Your spoken word is very important. And I feel like you're going to get really well organized, and suddenly you have like more finances coming on in. The Magician card is also a card of skill, but also having confidence, taking action and accomplishing the goal, being the master of all elements, or the mistress of all elements. You know, I feel like you're going to be inspired in the next couple of months. You're going to be strongly connected emotionally to something that is important in your heart. You've got a plan with that earth energy, and air is all about creativity, ideas, and I feel like you're manifesting what you truly deserve and desire. Very strong. And if you've come up against some sort of brick wall or mountain or obstacle, I feel like, I mean, look, this looks like a directional gauge. I feel like you're finding direction. You're finding the most efficient way around the obstacle to find a solution. Now, we've also got the Six of Cups. Now, the Six of Cups, as I said, can be return energy. So people from your past, could also be you having a nostalgic response to that Mercury in retrograde energy, where you are thinking about past situations that went well, that didn't go very well. You know, just having that thought process in order to release things that just don't serve you anymore. During this period, we all feel a little bit nostalgic. So sometimes exes can also reach out, or friends we haven't seen for a while, or even people that we thought, they just gave me the word lovers in the water, okay? For example, someone that you may have been a lover with that was a fling in the past comes back around. Maybe they want something a little bit more deeper this time because we've got Two of Cups there. Could also be someone that you had a frizz-on with, just a flirtation, and they've been thinking about you and they come back into your energy. But at grassroots, the Six of Cups is a reminder not to look back with rose-tinted glasses, to be really honest with yourself and say, you know what, that friendship didn't go that well because this person was dishonest, or you know, that wasn't good for me because it made me feel bad about myself. So I feel like you're really being honest with yourself with that Queen of Swords. Also, this is a card of remembrance. There's someone who walks with you all the time. In fact, they're a guide. I feel this is someone from your family lineage. It's an ancestor. They're going to leave little signs for you of remembrance right up to the 1st of November is what they're showing me. 1st of November, they're going to leave little signs for you. Now, they actually show me a robin, a little robin redbreast. So you may actually see a robin redbreast in the next 4 to 5 weeks, but definitely way up to even the 1st of November. This is a sign from Spirit that your guides are around you. This particular one in particular is protecting you, okay? The Six of Cups indicates happier memories are to come, okay? So it's like a return to the good old days, enjoying yourself a little bit more, embracing that childlike spirit. Six of Cups is also that return to like a hobby or something that you're really good at that actually connects to your soul path. So if you always thought, you know what, I'm really good at detective work, I really want to be an investigator, I've always wanted to be that, so then you actually find yourself putting yourself on a course or getting into that sort of energy and revisiting something that you used to enjoy doing. So I feel, because you've got such an intelligent, potent mind and you've got strong intuition. So I feel a lot of you have spiritual gifts as well. So you're going to be sort of enhancing your spiritual gifts, going on courses to develop yourself a little bit more. And I really feel like you're finding your true purpose, okay? Two of Cups indicates you're attracting what you desire. Two of Cups is like having an understanding of your position right now and attracting what you need. Also, it's a card of harmonious partnerships, relationships, and you being in balance, okay? Also, I feel like you're looking at situations that are in reciprocity. And if anyone you feel like is not really pulling their weight or is not making you feel good about a situation, or you feel like you're always over giving to a situation, I feel like you're letting those situations go. Because the Five of Cups reminds us, if it doesn't feel good, let it go. There's something better, okay? That's always what the Five of Cups literally means. So I feel like you're being asked to release what doesn't serve you and embrace something new. There's There's an energy of liberation with this card as well, even though normally that's not what this card means. So the Two of Cups indicates you're attracting what you're manifesting. Your thoughts are becoming things, especially since your 11th house of hopes and wishes is starred for you. So really be careful what you think about, because this time period, I think I already mentioned it, be careful what you wish for, because we also have planet Uranus in the mix, and it can bring shocking changes. So if you even flippantly said, you know what, I would I would love to take a break. You may say, I would love to take a break. And the universe goes, okay, you'd love to take a break. But Uranus says, oh, did I hear someone wants to take a break? Let's give them the most shocking way to take a break. And suddenly you may lose your job. Or suddenly, something happens that you actually didn't want to happen, but you got your break. So be careful what you wish for and the way that you say it, okay? Be clear. Now, the Queen of Swords tells me you're going to be clear and you're going to be honest with yourself. This is a card of moving forward directly, okay? It's a card of setting your intention, being aligned with that, and having a strategy or a plan that you're going to move forward on. Also, this is a card of being really well organized. So if, for example, you're looking at world events right now and you're trying to find your way, you're actually putting yourself in a really good position to weather a storm, okay? And you don't need me to tell you the energy. You can see already that there is collectively there is a shift happening energetically that is bringing a how can I put that? A harsher climate, let's put it that way. But what I can feel in the energy is that it gets a little bit worse before it gets better, okay? There is a light at the end of the tunnel. So I want you to be aware that there are better times ahead, okay? So it's not all doom and gloom. I want you to be aware of that. Now, we've got the Moon card here. The Moon card is about how intuitive you are. Your guides are basically saying, if you've got a hunch, act on your hunch. Of course, do your due diligence, but something that you are waiting for, something that perhaps you've been keeping, maybe even a secret hope, a secret wish, something you've been manifesting and you've not been telling anybody, is actually showing up for you. Something you've been praying for, if you're religious, or something you've been thinking about, if you're not religious, is actually showing up for you. You're getting another opportunity to accomplish it. And the moon indicates a surprise. The moon energy tends to be about something mysterious working behind the scenes to bring us our dreams or our goal, or the thing that we've been romanticizing about, okay, or imagining. The moon card is also about suddenly great opportunities lie in the shadows, something we were not expecting. So I feel, the universe, you've been getting cards here where you've got the Wheel of Fortune, which means destiny, fate step in to transform your circumstances for the better, and it's something you're manifesting there, because we got the Magician card. Six of Cups is a gift from the universe, an offer. Because of your good nature, because of your generosity of spirit, the universe is gifting you an opportunity that you've been hoping for. Okay, sixes tend to be all about balance, but it also tends to be about some sort of opportunity from the universe because you've been generous. And also the Queen of Swords is knowing what you want, knowing which step to take, and planting healthier roots. I see you actually speaking your truth and sort of aligning yourself with your authentic self, and not really, it's not that you are rebelling against other people or other situations. You're just being really clear about what you want, and that's okay. Because I feel a lot of the time you've been looking after other people's needs, or you've been really responsible or feeling responsible for other situations, and you feel like you haven't been putting yourself first, and it feels like you've had no time for yourself. So suddenly you're like, you know what, hang on a minute, what about me? What about me? And remember, you're at the 11th and 5th house, which means you're getting a little bit closer to your first house. In 2 cycles time, you're going to be at your first house, which is all about you and your value. So you can feel that energy already ramping up. Okay, now I'm just going to pull 3 cards to see what else, what the other messages. I'm only picking the uprights in this deck for you. There's some really good news coming your way, something you've been waiting for. You got the 5 of Cups again. Okay, 5 of Cups showed up at the first, you're getting 5 of Cups again. So even with a different deck, they're showing me the exact same message. Thanks so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. Can you please guide We got the Two of Swords. So that is about direction, things feeling stagnant, not showing, it's almost like not knowing which way to turn, having to make certain decisions. And then we got the King of Pentacles, financial gain, stability, making really good decisions. So the Five of Cups, basically the Five of Cups, as you can see in this figure is looking at all the cups that have spilt, okay, and focusing on the things that that figure has lost, but needs to readdress their focus and turn around to see that the universe has actually laid two full cups at their feet, waiting to be discovered. So it's like an undiscovered opportunity or gift or some sort of fortune that is more sort of emotionally fulfilling than ever before. Whenever you measure those cups, they're actually bigger than the cups that have spilt. So it's important to realize the universe is laying at your feet two opportunities that you're not even aware of yet, okay? The Two of Swords says you're feeling a little bit confused perhaps about direction, or you feel a little bit clouded. You may feel that things are in a stalemate, or there's an uncertainty about your circumstances right now, and you're considering your options. You're asking the universe for perfect answers. You will find the answers within yourself. But most importantly, my beautiful Sagittarians, you will find the answers you need within a peaceful mind. Okay, so taking some time out to really focus inwards and, you know, perhaps hermit mode for a little bit, even 10 minutes a day, you really start to listen and connect to your heart and to source. You will find your way. The history of this card, this figure is about to discover new lands that lie over there, and they have to cross the water. Okay, so this figure is unsure, uncertain about what needs to come next or the next step. So this figure is blindfolded and using their intuition, their other heightened senses. And yes, they're feeling a little bit defensive, because whenever humans are faced with a new route or a change, we get a little bit nervous. Okay, because we want to make the right decision. So this card is about remaining in a peaceful state of mind. And yes, of course, there are uncertain circumstances that are around us right now. That's like, we all can see that. But as you can see, the King of Pentacles says you are secure. Okay, now that doesn't mean you haven't got to make some decisions, because the Two of Swords says you're making some decisions, or you're you know, meditating on things, or you're adapting. The two, they give me the word adapting. Okay, so the Two of Swords is about finding that duality, that balance, and adapting to your circumstances. The King of Pentacles indicates making good decisions, attracting better wealth, okay? But having faith that the invisible, it's almost like the invisible, whatever it is you're manifesting, it's invisible right now, but it shows up on the physical plane for you. Opportunity can be found everywhere, is what they're saying. Also, this is, you can manifest what you desire. You have to remain grounded and focused in the everyday. And of course, you're working really hard anyway. The King of Pentacles is all about leadership, ambition. It can also be about taking a really practical stance and being successful. I mean, this is a card of success. So I also feel some of you may have to fill in like administrative forms, or, you know, like look at tasks that need to be fulfilled. I mean, routine things that we all have to look at. But I feel like the King of Pentacles works hard to get to the position that they're at. Some of you may be setting up on your own. You may be being an entrepreneur, setting up your own business, and you may have been wondering, should I do it now? When should I do it? You will know the right time to do it. But whenever you do, know that you will be successful and you're attracting wealth, okay? Also, I feel like you're making better financial decisions. So perhaps you're tightening your purse strings over the next couple of months so that you're able to save a little bit more. I'm just going to get some final cards before we close. We got Cutaway and we got the Calling. I mean, this is a different deck. Totally different deck. It's an Oracle deck. Cutaway and the Calling. And it literally says here, expect to receive the news that you've been patiently waiting on. So you could have got any card in that deck. Look, Seeking, Power Animal, you could have got anything. They want me to go 2 more, so I will. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Sagittarians? What do they need to know? Can you please guide them for their highest good? Okay. So I'll just pop that there. The first card you got here is Cut Away, number 27. When you reduce it, 2 + 7 is 9. It says, Now 9 is the Hermit energy, so that's about being reflective and being calm and making decisions without distractions. Cut off toxic relationships and situations that do not positively serve you. Detach, break up, sever, disconnect. Because remember, my beautiful Sagittarians, you're absorbing that negative energy. Even if you're like saying, okay, I have to tolerate this because I work with a person who is negative, for example. Protect your energy, maybe black obsidian or a black tourmaline, or even like an eye of Horus around a necklace or something like that. Make sure you protect your energy. We've also got, you already possess everything necessary to become great. That really connects with the Magician card, because the Magician has got all the tools necessary to become whatever the Magician wants to be. The Magician is the master creator, and that is what you are embodying during this period, okay? We've also got final goodbye. It's time to permanently close this chapter in your life. No second chances to situations that are not for you. Close path. That's probably because you're embracing a new one, okay? You're entering a new cycle of change. And again, it's number 72. When you reduce it, 2 plus 7 is 9. So Hermit energy, I mentioned it. We didn't get the Hermit card, but I definitely picked up on this desire for, the Hermit is a wise sage, a mentor, someone who's got a lot of wisdom, is listening to the guidance from within. Okay, so listening to your heart is important, and finding your voice, taking a time out to really meditate on your next path. It says, the bird who is eaten cannot fly with the burden that... I'll start again. The bird... What is it about birds? There was 3 birds in that image as well. Another thing about birds here. And a robin came through as well. So birds are very important for you, about spreading your wings. The bird who is eaten cannot fly with the bird that is hungry. Okay, and so that does represent your appetite for success or your motivation to find love. For example, if you feel contented sometimes in your circumstances, sometimes we can protect ourselves to the point of being complacent. You know, we can stay in that job because it pays a fair bit of money, and, you know, it's just too much hassle to move. And although we feel like we've lost our passion for it, or we feel like we're not being stretched, sometimes we got to come out of a comfort zone. If, for example, you know, sometimes, for example, the pandemic has made definitely some of my friends, you know, they work from home and all of those things, and they've become a homebody. So they've stopped doing the things that they used to love, and they're starting to get a little bit frustrated because they haven't got the outlet for all that pent-up energy that they used to have, like going to the gym or going to the cinema or going places. Some people have responded very differently to the circumstances that we've been given. So it's about looking at areas in our life where we feel like we want to step outside our comfort zone. And of course, we've got the calling. And you got the first 2 cards of the calling, the Judgment card. And it says, I've already said, expect to receive the news that you've been patiently waiting on. Calls, text, news, communication, information. So there's really good news headed your way, okay? And it's something that you have secretly been waiting for. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Sagittarians? Now, they keep showing me that there's someone here guiding you. And to be very aware of a robin. Even if you see a picture of a robin, we've got hope and choice. Hope and choice. And the card you got right in the moment, in the resistance position, was the one who hopes. But because it was in the resistance position, it's almost like sometimes you feel very confused, or you feel like your faith has been tested, and you can't, there's like nothing to hope for anymore because everything's really weird in the world. But your hope will return, okay? There's another bird in the tree there. There's a lot of birds here for you. But whatever it is you're hoping for, we got the golden butterfly with the sun. Look at that. Okay, so again, the universe, whatever it is, the images they're showing me in the water, there's correlation between the 2. Another bird. Bird spreading its wings, and we got choice. So I feel like you're finding a better route to where you want to go. And, you know, I would say that song is important for you as well. We'll get a final card for you before we close. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. I mean, the choice card can also connect to the Judgment card, because it does mean that there is a pathway opening up for you, and you get to decide whether you take a right or a left in your life. So this could mean that there's 2 job opportunities, or you meet someone regarding love, and oh my gosh, you got another bird. you know, there's a choice in love as well. So I would say that you have a lot of options coming towards you, whereas you feel like you may not have had options before. And we've got Eagle, Mastery. And it says here, you are on a spiritual journey beyond the sky. Let go of the past and soar. You are guided by the winds of spirit. Your wisdom inspires the world. Okay, so that's mastery. The Magician is a card of mastery, master creator. But also, I said, you know, getting this bird's eye view of like all these lines, like there are options and things like that. So a lot of things are correlating there. I'm just going to go and get a rune before we close. Okay, they've given one rune here, and this is about emotions, water. This is the water rune. So this is about psychic ability, but it's also about good fortune. It's about having that feminine energy of reciprocity, opening yourself up to good fortune, but also it is a rune of connecting to your intuition and dreams. Pay close attention to those things because your hunches, your intuition, they're bang on point, okay? They want me to put this on the Magician card. So something you're manifesting, you're actually going to dream of it before it happens. Okay, so if you're trying to buy a house, for example, you may actually dream of a house and you're like, oh, and then suddenly you find the house of your dreams and you're purchasing it if you're lucky enough. But I feel, I mean, if you're lucky enough to have the finances for that right now, but I feel whatever you're thinking about, the universe is actually conspiring to bring it to you also, okay? So I'm going to leave that there. I hope something resonates in this reading for you. Because I'm doing it during Virgo season, it tends to be a little bit bumpy because of those planetary alignments. So it will be easier when I do the monthly for October, just so you're aware. And I'll leave it there. I hope something resonates. As I said, if it does, please like and subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press a little bell that lets you know when I update my next message. It lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is very, very important for me too. Thank you so much, my beautiful Sagittarians. Love and light.